Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Yashuada in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I take up a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akims, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Roga Kodash Mahamaf. In the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the Arkansas on the four corners of the earth, and to the women's and children's Shalom. Okay, well, this popped up on the phone. Finally, House passed anti-CBDC bill. Social Security increase update, $2,400. But Ben Trump live trial. You know, they can raise the Social Security all they want, because they're going to kick everybody with that invisible taxes anyway, right? Like the new pay per mile gas tax that I saw on YouTube an hour ago. And how about the property tax, you know, that are now going up nationwide, right? So that's the only reason they can just make it sound good, like they're really helping, right? Anyway, let me put a little bit of it. The title of this lesson is called Go to the Ants. Here we go.
To today's daily show, guys. I am so happy. We've got some amazing news for you today. I love whenever we get news, things pass that put Americans first, guys. It's amazing. Love it. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. We've got some great news for you. We have updated news on the Social Security increases. Also, Social Security updates coming from the president of Social Security Works. This is huge. Giving us a rundown of what's going on and what you can expect. The House has passed multiple bills today. One was removing a law that allows non-citizens to vote in local elections. So they removed that. And they also passed a bill that bars the Federal Reserve from making a digital dollar. Guys, this literally is what China has, but this bars them from making a digital dollar where they force us to use it, where they would know where you spend your every single cent. Every dollar that you have, they made this bill so that the federal government cannot do that. I love it. They don't need to be in our business. They don't need to know what we're spending our money on. That's awesome. We have Joe Biden, who made an amazing speech. I've got to show you this. I'm being facetious, guys. You have to hear what Joe Biden said yesterday. But we've got some more updates on the $7.7 billion that Joe Biden passed that to give student loan debt, that now some lawmakers are saying is an impeachable offense, and they're looking into an inquiry of that because the Supreme Court said no. But Joe Biden is still trying to push and give free money away, billions of taxpayer dollars to people to win votes. We have an update on the economy, the inflation, on car insurance, mortgage rates, insurance rates, the presidential election. Guys, there's so much great news we have for you today to keep you up to date. Updates on the Trump's live trial, things that are coming out after they've done the defense's rest, the jury is rest. There's more stuff coming out that may cause a mistrial with the Trump trials. We've got updates on that. Also, Trump's doing a rally in the Bronx today. We also have an update on the border crisis. You have to hear this, guys. This will blow your mind. But I want to get right into this. Thank you so much for joining us today. We couldn't do this without you. If you are subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you're not, please consider subscribing so that we can continue to serve you every day with the top news. Also, if you don't mind, if you can hit that like button on the video, helps us to grow the channel, grow these videos, make the YouTube algorithms happy so that we can continue growing this and serving you guys. Let's get right into this news. We have some awesome news for you today. Check this out.
But voters have been loud and clear that their top concern ahead of the election in November is the economy and immigration. Joining us now is former senior counselor to President Trump and Fox News contributor Kellyanne Conway. Kellyanne, good to see you. This is an issue that seems to rear its head it's been going on for 15, almost 20 years. Medicare and Social Security, they're going bankrupt. They're going broke.
Remember, guys, Social Security is on the ballot this year. Because affects so many millions of Americans, we're in a presidential election year, we are going to see something happen. Social Security 2100 Act, the You Earned It, You Keep It bill. Listen to what they have to say, this breaking news.
It has to be done, and adults have to have a conversation about how we fix it. To talk about the politics of this, is it better just to kick it down the road and not discuss it and keep everything the same all the while you walk towards this cliff where they're going to go bankrupt? What should the strategy be here?
Well, Sean and Dagan, thank you for having me this evening. First of all, Politics 101 is Americans tell us what's important to them. We don't tell them.
Guys.
And Joe Biden is trying to force an issue through lies and attack a Republican plan that some support. It doesn't seem like President Trump necessarily does, that Joe Biden himself supported in 1975. Now, that may be because 39 years ago he was about, 42? And now is clearly a Social Security and Medicare recipient eligible. He's singing a different tune. It is never a good idea to ignore pressing issues. We have a $34 trillion debt as it is. And I think that yesterday on a different network, the president was asked about this in terms of that national debt. You can't just worry about discretionary spending. What are we going to do? We're going to end up with 120% GDP to debt as far as the eye can see. President Trump has made very clear he's not for cutting Social Security and Medicare, but that you can do certain things to these entitlements, as he expressed yesterday, to root.
Guys, what he's talking about, and this is what gets misconstrued, there is over $100 billion Medicare fraud every single year. They can take that money, fix the issues, and give it to people for an increase. But listen what she has to say here.
Fraud and waste, maybe raise the age since we are living longer, thank God, and the like. Good luck to Joe Biden in changing the subject on something he thinks is more fertile ground. He is underwater on practically every issue, and in all the recent polling on Medicare and Social Security is virtually tied, Biden +2, but he's negative double digits on what you showed, Sean, the economy, immigration, crime, certainly. Even education polls are now at parity for the two parties.
And guys, I have a word from the president of the Social Security Works of what they're doing and working on for Social Security right after this.
Because we're having a parents' rights renaissance, and people know what's being taught, and more importantly, what's not being taught in their children's schools. So I think Joe Biden's going to continue to say this. They're going to continue to press health care. I will say for Republicans, a warning: they just ignore health care. If they're not promising to repeal and replace Obamacare, something you probably voted on multiple times as a member of Congress, Sean.
I did.
They have nothing to say about health care. That is a congenital part of every woman's wish list. You want to win suburban voters? You got to talk about health care. And in the latest Fox News polling, I will answer that question about suburban women. In the latest Fox News poll, suburban women, 42% to 25% said that Trump helped them, Trump policies over Biden policies. So we got to stick to the policies.
Yeah. Guys, and that's a big one too, guys. You hear that a lot of people are thinking and saying, oh, Trump's going to do this, Trump's going to do that. We're hearing straight from the people that are with Trump, advising Trump on what's going on. But now you're going to hear from the president of Social Security Works talking over with the Social Security Administration of what they're planning to do. Guys, check this out.
Yeah, so Social Security Works is the name of our organization. I began working on Social Security in the 1970s, and I realized in 2010 there was a lot of misinformation about it. There was a lot of, it's supposed to provide a sense of security, and people were insecure because they were concerned the program would disappear. So I formed this organization, Social Security Works, to educate everyone that Social Security is strong and will be there for everyone.
The Social Security Administration put out...
Okay, let's stop it right there. There's a lot of lip service, right? Because eventually the universal income is going to kick in worldwide. And also when she mentioned the world health care, she's talking about the world health care, right? They already got, I think, 130 countries, and they still doing, the work behind the scene because they want to be in charge of all the governments and of everything, so they can bring in the second shutdown, right? The reset. When they turn off the internet, and then when they turn it back on, AI is going to be in charge of everything, and we have to worship and obey so they can implement the Sihit, the Charagma, right? And once they do that, that's when Yahweh Shai comes back and tells the angels, right, on the four corners of the earth to go ahead and turn those missiles loose from Russia and China and other countries, okay? So this thing about raising the Social Security, right, and that don't worry about the CBDC, is all lip service. It's only entertainment. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6. It says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise." You know, when you go into the wood, to the country, you don't see ants having a Social Security or health care. Yet they've been living for many, many, many years very well, right? And let's not forget the government keeps on growing, getting bigger and bigger. Let's not forget they're still giving money to Ukraine, to Israel, right? And to other countries as well. I want to go to Job chapter 12, verse 7. "But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the birds of the air, and they shall tell thee." Right? All you have to do is go to the countryside, right? Because when you're in the city, all you see is the matrix of this wicked world, right? To keep you occupied. Verse 8, "Oh, speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea it shall declare unto thee." Verse 9, "Who knows not in all these that the hands of Yahweh has brought this?" Right? Everything that's going on is in control of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 10, "In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind." Huh? But no, they want to keep pretending and acting that they're the ones in charge of life and death. Right? Let's not forget that the Edomites are still standing in stolen land that they call so-called America. Right? They have committed a big crime. All right? They have committed treason to our people. The so-called Negros, Latinos, and speckled bird, they're still keeping us in slavery. Verse 11, "Do not the ears try words, and the mouth taste his meat?" Who gave us that? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 12, "With the ancient is wisdom, and the length of days understanding." The ancient is wisdom. Who's the ancient? Yahweh. Right? Go back to the old ways. Right? We can't trust these wicked people. Verse 13, "With him is wisdom and strength. He has counsel and understanding." Right? So why are we going to go to the wisdom below when we can go to the wisdom above? Right? The so-called Negros, Latinos, American speckled birds who are called. Right? You know, they're going to bring that. Rest assured, they will bring the shutdown, and they will bring the mandate of the Charagma, the Sihit. You watch. It's going to come. Want to go to Job 9, chapter 2. "I know it is so of a truth, but how should man be just with Yahweh?" Verse 3, "If he were content with him, he cannot answer him one of 1,000. Verse 4, "He is wise in heart and mind, mighty in strength, who has hardened himself against him and has prospered?" No. You know, if you turn your back on Yahweh Shai, just because the Edomites making you think that you rich and mighty, Once they bring in the universal income, the digital system, all that money that the rich people have is going to go bye-bye. Okay? So keep enjoying it. Keep thinking that you're going to keep it. You know, they're bringing new rules. New games are coming into the field. I want to go to Job chapter 36, verse 5. Behold, Yahweh is might and despise not any. He is mighty in strength and wisdom. Okay, so it's making it clear that Yahweh shall control everything. Even Satan cannot do whatever he wants. He has to obey too. Okay? So the Edomites are not doing whatever they want. They're just acting. That's what they're doing. It's a big fat bluff. Okay? But they have to play the part that Yahweh gave them to play. Right? So they can hang themselves and the whole world can see it. Verse 6. He preserves not the life of the wicked, but gives the righteous to the poor. Woo! That's right. These Edomites think they're going to be keeping us forever. It ain't going to happen, man. Not going to happen. Verse 7. He withdraws not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne. Yet he do establish them forever, and they are exalted. Why? Because the righteous is coming back. Yahweh Shai is coming back with the kingdom from heaven to earth and remove this wicked kingdom from the face of the earth. See how beautiful that is? I'm going to go to Psalm 33. Give me a minute. Verse 18. Give me a minute. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. Yeah. The wicked want us to depend on their mercy. Nah. Okay? Your kingdom is going to go bye-bye. Okay? And you're going to be going back into slavery for all the wickedness and treason you have committed. Let's see. Verse 19, to deliver their souls from death and to keep them alive in famine. Yeah. You're raising all the prices, right? So our people can starve to death. Yeah. Edomite, you're going to pay big time. You watch. I want to go to Psalm. Wait, what happened here? That was 18. I want to go to Psalm 118, Slakia. Let me fix this. 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man. Yeah, we don't trust the Edomites. Verse 9, it is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in presidents. Remember, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, and they cover the faces of the judges. If not he who, right? Job chapter 9, verse 24. Want to go to Psalm 146. Give me a minute. I'm looking. Verse 3. Put not your trust in prince, nor in the Son of Man, whom there is no help. Verse 4. His breath goes forth, he returns to his earth. In that very day, his thoughts perish. And that's what's going to happen with the Edomites. Okay? You are about to perish and then come back into the new kingdom, into slavery. Verse 5. Happy is that has Yahweh of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in Yahweh, his power. Woo! That is so true. Want to go to Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, said Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Yeah, we're not going to be here forever. The end is coming. The end is closer than what we think. Okay? The second shutdown will come. All hell will break loose. They're already talking about the grid going down because of the heat, right? So they're setting things up. My elder did a lesson a couple of hours ago. CEOs are quitting jobs, right? And what's his name? Carl Schwab said bye-bye to the job, to the title that he had. Okay? Verse 12, then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. Verse 13, and I will be found of you, said Yahweh, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places where I have driven you, said Yahweh, and I will bring you again into the place where I caused you to be carried away captive. Woo! Yeah. You're not going to keep us forever. It ain't going to happen. Proverbs chapter 6. Let's go back to Proverbs chapter 6. About the ants. Verse 7. Which have no guide, overseer, or ruler. Right? But we do. We have Yahweh Shai. Okay? So even though the system has kept us in the city, has kept us in this slavery system, okay, but only 2/3 of our people still have the mentality slave mentality, right? They don't want to come back to Yahweh Shai. They don't want to repent with fear and trembling. They fear the wicked more than the Creator, right? Verse 8, provide her meat in the summer and gather her food in harvest, right? So we do the work in all season. Yeah, we can store up some food for what's coming, but that's not going to give us salvation, right? And you cannot even keep too much, store up, because eventually when the lights go out, people are going to be coming stealing food, breaking into apartments, right? And after 2 or 3 days, that's when they kick in with the FEMA and martial law, okay? Verse 9, how long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise up of thy sleep? Yeah, when are you going to wake up from this fantasy matrix system? You so-called Negros Latinos, American speckled birds. Still going to these 501c3 prostitute churches. Proverbs chapter 24. Give me a minute. Verse 33. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. Well, hey, when you really think about that, remember when you were in school and you were kind of tired or something, you said, well, fold your hands and rest your head, right? So while you're sleeping, resting your head in school, the teacher's still teaching, so you're still being indoctrinated, right? Verse 34. So shall thy poverty come, as one that travels, and they want as an armed man. Yeah. When all hell breaks loose, man, people are coming with their weapons left and right, okay? Turning like animals, beasts, okay? Just to survive. Hebrew chapter 10. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Looking for Hebrew chapter 10 here. Verse 24. Chapter 10, verse 24. Salakia. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to what? Good works. That is only for the so-called Negros, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled birds. It's not for the whole world. And it's only really for the 144,000 chosen elect, which I hope I'm one of them, and 1/3 of our people, which is going to be men, women, and children. Okay? 2/3 are going to be left behind because they want to be stiff-necked to this day. Verse 25, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as a matter of some is, but exhorting one another, so much that more as they see the days approaching. And man, are they approaching real fast. I'll leave it with Ephesians chapter 2. Keep it short. Got to go to camp tomorrow. Chapter 2, verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Yahweh Shai, unto good works, which Yahweh has before ordained that we should walk in them. See? So we do have a guidance, a ruler, right? An overseer to help us, Yahweh Shai. Okay, well, I hope that this was edifying. With that, I'll say Shalom.